Hey, what's up YouTube? This is AJ from Team Deckmasters bringing you Machina deck profile for the, I guess, January 2014 ban list, I'm assuming. And it's my favorite deck, I would say. It's not my best, I think. I have yet to test that out, but for the most part I really like the deck. Synergizes well with Machinas and gadgets. This is a staple deck, basically. Right? Hat. Gotta have the hat.
Custom hat.
Yes, custom hat. Badass. Alright, let's go. Alright, so let's start off with the monsters. So we have first 6 is double of each gadget. The reason I run double is Ultimate Offering's gone and has been gone. So
those are the newest, I think.
It's new. So you can't have triple of these because without Ultimate Offering, these clog up your hand very fast.
You could have just 4 XYZs on the first turn if you had Ultimate Offering.
Yeah, with Ultimate Offering, life points don't matter. You'll win the game. So each one searches out the rest. Green searches red, red searches yellow, and yellow searches green. Green is my favorite, that's why I put them at the top. With that badassness. Next you got, I run triple Machina gear frame because believe it or not, he's very useful because he brings out any Machina card, and I've come into situations where I have no cards in hand. I draw a Machina gear frame and I get to bring out Machina cannon, which then brings out Machina fortress. So most people run one because they don't find him useful. I don't know why. I know there's a play with Mass Chameleon, but gear frame is just valuable. He's 18 beat stick and he attaches to any machine. He gets destroyed instead of that machine. It's a very useful card. I don't know why people run it at 1 beat stick. Next I run double Machina fortress. 3 clogs up way too much. He's searchable via gear frame, which gear frame is searchable via gear Gigant X. This card's a badass. Discard machine, special summon from your hand or graveyard. You have to discard a total of level 8 machines. So himself and another machine type would be enough. If he's targeted by an effect, you get to look at your opponent's hand and discard a card from their hand. And if it's destroyed by battle, you get to destroy 1 card on the field.
It's badass.
Yeah, 25 summon beat stick. Right, next I run 2 tin goldfish. I am gonna run a third, but I only run 2 at the moment because I don't have a third. Tin goldfish starts up your XYZ place for Gigant. You summon him, special a gadget, get the gadget search, then you overlay into any rank 4. This deck runs on rank 4s, nothing else actually. There's no way you can go in rank 7s with Fortress and Redox, but I don't have any rank 7s with me at the time. So Goldfish is a staple. Really good in basically almost any deck, really, if you want to exceed.
Level 4s, right?
Yeah, any level 4. So next we have triple Kage Tokage. Since I don't have another tin goldfish, I run 3 of these. Eventually I'm going to cut them down for 1 and swap this one or any one for another tin goldfish. What he does is you normal summon a level 4, then you can special summon him. You can't normal or set him any other way. So you summon a gadget, then I believe you summon him, then the search happens, or you summon a gadget, get the search, then you summon him. I forget which one. I don't really know, but
either way.
Yeah, either way, you summon him, and then you go into an exceed, normally King of the Feral Imps, to get another Kage Tokage because Gigant requires 2 machine monsters. So this one's good for more XYZ play. Next, I run double Cyber Dragon because he's fodder for, well, he's bait basically for bottomless trap hole, and you don't waste your normal summon. He's very good. There's a new structure deck coming out that's gonna do a lot with Cyber Dragon, so
yeah, we'll be making a.
Yeah, we'll be making a deck profile off that.
Yeah.
Soon. It comes out this Friday, I believe. What's it called? February 7th. So Cyber Dragon's good, basically for bait, or you summon and yeah, you got a 2100 5-star monster that you don't synchro in this deck, sadly, but he's just good for bait, bottomless, and compulses. I don't know why they would compulse it though. They can just summon it again, right? Then we have one Machina Cannon. Machina Cannon, you can summon him, although that's not mandatory. You don't have to. He's mainly here to bring back your Machina Fortress. So, once you, that's basically it. Level 8. Next, Redox, Dragon Ruler of Boulders. What he does is, well, I'm pretty sure you guys know what Redox is. You discard him and one Earth type to Monster Reborn, basically a monster in your graveyard. And if you summon him with Machina Fortress, you get a rank 7 Exceed monster. I run one Tragodia. I want to run 2, but 1's all I have. I don't want to put another common card in here. Tragodia stops OTKs basically, and he can copy any level in the graveyard, mainly at level 4, so you can XYZ with your gadgets. That was a monster lineup. Let's go up to spells. I run double Iron Call. Monster Reborn is gone, so we got Iron Call. It's a good card. If you have a machine type on the field, you get to activate this card, special summon the level 4 or lower machine type monster from your graveyard. Its effects are negated and destroyed at the end phase, but you're mostly going to exceed after you use this card, so more exceed spam. I run a limiter removal because you can only have one. This card wins games. Believe it or not, people don't use it anymore, but it wins games. You can steal games with this. Say you attack with the gear frame and you have 2 Machina Fortresses. You attack, damage step, limiter removal. It's game each 5,000 attack, and it's worth the backdraw, which destroys them at the end phase.
The gear frame would be destroyed instead, right?
Gear frame, well, if you equip them, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have triple MSTs, shiny, secret rares, ghost rare. This ain't no poor man's deck. It's basically staples, so shiny. You got 1 Offs, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, and I have 1 Forbidden Chalice. Good cards to have, saves you from losing games. This limited, they're all good by themselves. Flips a monster face down, destroys all monsters, and negates an effect. Next, I have 2 Forbidden Lances. Good in offense or defense. Monster loses 800 attack, but it's not affected by anything, any spell or trap cards. So, saves your monsters or destroys an opponent's monster. Now, for traps, our staples are Bottomless, Mirror Force, and Compulse. Each one, these cards are played so often I don't need to explain what they do. I run double Fiendish Chain because it stops effects and attacks, so it's Effect Veiler and some. And it's a very good card. It can help you stall out games if you have a slow hand. We have Torrential, Dust Tornado, and Breakthrough Skill. Breakthrough Skill is another useful trap. It says Starfoil. I don't want to get the other one. Negate this one. It's really good. It negates an effect. Plus, you get a second one once it's in the graveyard on your turn. You can use it and negate another effect. So, it's a very good card. This one just destroys monsters, and I don't really know why I have this in here for extra spell and trap card removal. I am assuming I'm gonna replace it with something else soon. Maybe another Mirror Force. So that was the main deck. Onto the side deck, I run double Gear Gigadex. Gear Gigadex is a must in this deck, or any machine deck basically. It requires 2 level 4 machine type monsters. You can detach one to add a level 4 lower machine type from your deck or your graveyard to your hand. So you can see why it's mandatory in here.
He looks like a badass.
Yes. He has all the colors of the gadgets except for yellow. There's blue gadget, then you come up with a blue gadget. Then we run 2 King of the Pharaoh Imps. For your Kage to Kage plays, you can exceed into him and then bring out detach to add a Kage to Kage to your hand. Basically the same thing as Gear Gigant X for reptiles. I run 2 Utopia for beat stick and attack negation. I'm gonna remove 1 for another exceed monster. I forget the name, but 2 is good for now. It's a big beat stick staple. Then we run our staples. We run 1 corn, 1 photon. I'm gonna call it butterfly. Photon butterfly. Gaga cowboy. Gem Knight Pearl and Mace Stroke. All these cards are staples in any extra deck. They're very good on their own, so wins games mostly. And last, I have 3 tech cards. I run number 104 Masquerade, Fair King of the
Alberditch or whatever.
That thing, and then number 69 Heraldic Crest. Out of all of these Heraldic quests, I summon the most because it's a badass card. It requires 3 level 4 monsters. Once it's summoned, negates the effect of all other XYZ monsters on the field. So that alone is badass. Then you can detach. Actually, you can target one, and it gains the effect of any other XYZ monster. So what you do is you mostly take it, you gain its effect, then you can detach for whatever its effect is. Let's say my opponent had a Gear Gigant, I summon this guy, I don't know why, instead of summoning another Gear Gigant, and you basically have a Gear Gigant with 2600 attack. So that's the deck. It's very good, very consistent. It's, I think, ranked tier 2. It's rank 4 spam, basically. If you don't get a gadget in your hand, you're most likely screwed. That's why I'm debating whether to add more gadgets in there. But for the most part, you do. If not, you can rely on your Machina engine. So that was the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Basically a staple deck. Not anything different than anyone else except maybe the Cyber Dragons and the triple gear frame. So please comment, subscribe, and see you later, YouTube.